Hi guys, good morning. It is Thursday, September 2nd already. So today is show and tell. Super excited. Sometimes show and tell does go longer, so just because there's so many kids, so it might go into foos a little bit. Um, Great week, guys. You had an amazing first week, second grade. I'm super impressed with everything that you've accomplished and how kind and considerate you are to every student in class. You guys have been awesome. Just to kind of review the learning logs, what they really are just your notebook. Get a notebook that you can have and bring to class every day and keep track of what you're learning. And you can go over it with your learning coach. Like you can keep track of your word families. You can keep track of, what we're working on in math, and you have it all in one spot. Some kids find it easier to keep it all in one notebook. Some kids like to break it up into two different categories like math and reading. So it's totally up to you, but please come prepared with something paper and something to write with. Okay, guys. I am going to share a story with you that I think you will like. It is right here. It is called The Snatch-a-Book. Let me make this bigger. So it's by Helen Doherty and illustrated by Thomas Doherty. One dark night in Burrow Down, a rabbit named Eliza Brown found a book and settled down. When a snatch-a-book flew into town. In every house, in every bed, a bedtime book was being read. Tales of dragons, spitting flames, witches playing spooky games, pirates on the seven seas, princesses trying to sleep on peas, and every child in every bed listened hard to each word said. Eliza Brown at number 3 was reading quite contentedly. Her curtains opened just a chink. She barely had a chance to blink. Her storybook just disappeared. Eliza found that very weird. The little owls on Mommy's lap were quite surprised to hear a tap against the bedroom window glass. Tap, tap. The noise came really fast. Before they'd even looked around, the book was gone without a sound. The wind blew wild across the sky. The smallest squirrel heard a cry. What's that? She whispered to her dad. But then, and this was really bad, before they'd had a chance to look, she'd lost her very favorite book. And so it went night after night. Books disappeared from left and right. 5 books here and 6 books there. The shelves began to look quite bare. In Burrow Down, the rumors spread of book thieves under every bed. Eliza Brown at number 3 was keen to solve the mystery. She planned one night to lie in wait and use a pile of books as bait. Long hours passed without a peep. She'd nearly fallen fast asleep when suddenly Eliza heard a flap of wings, a bat, a bird. Eliza saw a shadow loom, enormous, right across her room. What kind of monster could it be? Eliza thought. You don't scare me. And yet her heart was beating fast. She'd have to face the thief at last. She threw the window open wide and shouted to the thing outside, Stop stealing all our books right now. Just give them back. I don't care how. I'm sorry, came a little voice. I really am. I had no choice. Eliza looked down in surprise. She couldn't quite believe her eyes. So who are you? And what's your name? The creature hung his head in shame. He mumbled with a mournful look, I'm just a little snatch-a-book. Eliza nodded solemnly. She sat the creature on her knee. You can't just come and help yourself to every book on every shelf. A tear rolled down the creature's eye, and softly he began to cry. I know it's wrong, but can't you see? I've got no one to read to me. Eliza sighed. He looked so sad. If he just had a mom or dad to read him stories every night, well, then he might behave all right. That very night, they hatched a plan, and so the snatch-a-book began. To give back all the books he'd picked, Eliza Brown was very strict. Then, trying hard to prove himself, he stacked them really neat on each shelf. And when he'd made his full amends, Eliza called on all her friends and told them how he'd worked all night to turn a wrong into a right. And now each time in Burrow Down, as darkness falls upon the town, in every house, in every bed, a bedtime book is being read. And if you take a closer look, you might just see the Snatch a Book, perched happily on someone's bed, listening hard to each word said. The end. I like that story. There are more books by Helen Doherty. You can always check them out. They are super cute. All right, guys, have a great morning. And don't forget, it is show and tell. See you soon. Bye.